Hi guys, Mark here. Welcome again to Poole Moto here in the south of England, and today we're going to be having a look at the all new Zontes Gk 125. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Well, hi there guys, Mark here, and welcome today to the all-new 2022 Zontes Gk 125, and as I said earlier, very kindly loaned to me by Poole Moto. Well, let's just run through the specs on this lovely 125cc A1 class motorbike. Price on these coming in at £3,499, 3,499 plus the on-the-road charge. So it uses the same engine as in the U1 and the G1. It's got 14.5 horsepower, which is pretty much the maximum you're allowed for the A1 license, at 9,000 RPM. Torque is 13 Newton meters at 7,000 RPM. And this is a 125cc single, liquid cooled 4-stroke, single overhead cam with 4 valves. So it's very free revving. Weight on these, not too bad, at 148 kilograms wet weight. The seat height is quite acceptable at 820mm. It's a one-piece seat. Unfortunately, there's no storage underneath. I have had a look. But just take a quick look at me on the bike. I'm 5'7" tall with a 30-inch inside leg. You can see I get my feet down quite easily to the floor. So if you're a new rider, you know, you can kind of compare my height to you. I'm 5'7" with a 30-inch inside leg. Just have a quick look. Tyres on these, they're very good. CST tubeless, quite a nice little detail on these spoked wheels. They run the spokes here on the edge here, so you can run tubeless tyres. CST tyres, sort of a dual purpose semi off-road block pattern there. Got a 120 section on the front, and we have a 130 section on the rear. 17-inch wheels front and rear. Got a big 20-litre fuel tank on these, really big. These should do at least about 100 miles per gallon UK. So that should give you well over 350-mile range. Very impressive. We have an electronic fuel cap release as well. I'll show you that later on. Top speed on these, round about 70 mile an hour true. That should be around about 75 miles an hour, which is indicated on the display, as they always overread a little bit. We've got a 6-speed transmission on these. Very smooth shifting. Bosch ABS. We've got LEDs all round. I have just tried the GK350 at night, and these lights look very similar, if not the same unit, and they're very bright at night. We've got stainless steel exhaust on these, so it should last for a long time. Engine crash bungs, engine bars as standard, which is a nice touch. Bar end mirrors that really do sort of suit this sort of style of bike, sort of scrambler style. Got A really nice new dash on this model. We'll look at that in a bit. Tyre pressure monitoring system on this as well. So the little tyre valves there send out a signal to the dash, warning you of low pressures in the tyres. We have non-adjustable upside down front forks, but very good ride quality as standard. And we have a preload adjustable rear monoshock in there as well. So just looking around the bike, it's the usual excellent Zontes build quality. You know, these are built in China, but their detailing and quality is very, very good. All the switch gear is excellent. Very nice indeed. Keyless ignition. This has got the PKE system. Keyless ignition, so you keep the key fob in your pocket. They come with a 2-year warranty, and they're available in this sort of silver, yellow, or a black and grey. And servicing on these is 5,000 kilometers or 3,000 miles. So there we go, guys. Let's do the test ride. Okay, guys, Zontes Gk 125 test ride. Let's try this out. So quite a nice low seat height, easy to swing a leg over. I'm 5'7" tall, and I can easily get my feet down to the ground without any problem at all. When you sit on it, the first thing you notice is just how comfortable it is, and it just feels like a full-size bike. It's really like solid and substantial, doesn't feel small in the slightest. So I say, if you were sort of a 6-foot guy, I think you'd have no problem at all with riding this with longer legs. It just feels very substantial, well built. So we just run through all these controls here. One of the things that sets Zontes apart from you know, the other Chinese manufacturers is their quality. I mean, we're just going to run through all the switch gear. You've got your high beam flasher there, high and low beam there, hazards, indicators, and your horn, your set and your mode buttons. Over this side you have your electronic fuel release. I'll just show you that now. So you just push the button there, flaps up. 20-litre fuel tank, absolutely huge range on this, over 350 miles. Electronic seat release as well. Engine kill and run. Your backlit switch gear, which is a really nice touch. I won't be riding this at night, but I can vouch the lights are good on these. All this is lit up like a nice glowing red at night. It looks really nice. Backlit switch gear and your engine start. And a lovely dash there, very, very bright and easy to see in this sort of bright sunshine today. Gear indicator, revs, temperature gauge, fuel gauge, trip, clock, temperature, tyre pressure monitoring, and all your warning lights all around the outside there. So let's start this up. So very, very easy, start up on the button, settles down to a very nice sort of single cylinder purr. It's quite a quiet engine. I'm sure there are aftermarket exhausts that you will be able to get for this in the future, and away we go. So a very, very light clutch, that's nice for an early take up. Away we go. And through all the features on the GK 125, starting off with these lovely looking bar end mirrors. So we're 40 mile an hour, just coming up to 50. Good view behind, little bit of a buzziness in them, but all in all quite a decent clear view behind there. That's a nice touch, having those bar end mirrors. It does suit a bike like this. So this is a new bike, so I'm not going to be hammering it too hard. Just a gentle cruising today really. So the riding position, very, very upright. It's a scrambler style bike, pretty much totally upright, extremely comfortable. Nice shoulder width apart bars. You can rake these bars forwards and backwards by undoing the bolts here to suit your style, but first impressions, a very, very comfortable riding position, lots of leg room. My legs are pretty much straight down. Round the bends it feels very sure-footed with the CST tyres. It's a very, very bright day today, as you can see, and that dash is extremely clear and easy to read. 50 mile an hour, 6th gear, revs, all that sort of stuff is very easy to see. So nothing behind, we'll just try the front brake. Bear in mind they're just bedding in. Oh, that's actually really strong. So we've got Bosch ABS on this, which is a good safety feature. Doesn't have the CBS combined braking that a lot of these Chinese 125s have. So that's really good, nice touch. Bosch ABS. We've got a single disc on the front with a twin piston caliper that provides really good stopping power, as you can see there, and the back brake is got a good bit of bite as well. So the engine is producing sort of maximum horsepower for the A1 category, and I must admit it's a very, very flexible engine. It's fun, it's eager, it makes a great little roar from down below from the airbox when you open it up. So this will do about 70 miles an hour flat out, dependent on conditions and rider size and everything like that. But you know, you will be able to hold a nice steady 60 on A roads, no problem. And if you did need to do longer journeys, say go out all day on this, I've ridden a lot on the G1 model, and that's extremely comfortable. You could easily ride that all day, 8 hours, say 200 miles I would say. This one's no different. Suspension quality, as you'd expect, very, very nice plush ride. It doesn't jar your back or crash over bumps. The front feels very well damped. Rear feels nice as well. Just going over some bumps now, and yet there's no nasty kind of shocks up through my spine. So very nice, comfortable, plush suspension with a little bit of sportiness for the corners. So it's the normal sort of Zontes affair with all their switchgear, premium quality, very tactile and easy to use. All the indicators, horn, headlight flasher, all of that, super easy to use. Clutch is a cable clutch, very, very light, 2-finger operation if you need to. Just going down the gearbox now. Again, all very, very light and slick. If you were a new rider, you're not going to have any problems with this whatsoever. Right, so we're just in a town environment now. Just going to check the fueling of the GK125, make sure it rides nicely, see what the clutch is like and all the gearbox at slow speed. So we're just going along at 20 miles an hour, third gear now, 4,500 revs. The engine is lovely and smooth. There isn't any sort of hunting or surging in the fueling. So if you had to do some commuting to work on this or go shopping, no problems whatsoever. Throttle response is very soft and gentle, so I mean if you were new to biking, it's not going to catch you out or anything like that. Bike's got a very nice weight to it. It doesn't feel heavy at all, but it's just got a nice, very solid feel to it, is the best way I can describe it. It feels very well made, all the ride quality is excellent. All the switch gear is easy to use, so we're just going to go down the gearbox now. Again, very light gearbox, super light clutch, just what you need. Picks up cleanly from low RPMs, pulling nicely. Yeah, very, very nice engine. You can really feel that it's got that sort of 14.5 horsepower. Just feels that little bit keener than some other 125 engines. So we're just in 4th gear now. It's accelerating out of the town, just short shifting, but it's pulling nice and cleanly, up to an easy 50 miles an hour, no problem at all there. This will easily hold 60 miles an hour on A roads, so no problem at all for the open road. And as I said earlier, top speed of about 70 miles an hour. So wind blast at this sort of speed, totally acceptable. It's not bad at all. It's very upright. There's no protection, obviously there's no fairing, but you could easily maintain this sort of speed all day long. Seat, I've been on this bike for about an hour, and the seat is very, very comfortable and nicely padded and plush. So excellent. Just show you a little bit of acceleration. 3rd gear now, just opening it up a little bit. There's 3rd. Into 4th, it's very, very free revving. Into 5th, again nice easy 50 miles an hour, and there you go, very easy, effortless sort of 50 odd miles an hour cruising. Vibration wise, very, very good. I'm feeling nothing through the seat, nothing through the bars, and just the slightest buzz, and I mean slightest buzz, through the foot pegs. So good news is there's no nasty vibrations that are going to give you any sort of pins and needles on long trips. So a very, very smooth feeling, well built engine. Round the bends it's very, very light, dead easy to chuck round the bends, great fun. Right, we'll just try those brakes out again, front and rear now. Oh, they're good. So super strong, safe brakes. First gear, just opening it up. Second, makes a really good roar from down below. Yeah, so far guys, this is a lovely 125. It looks really cool. It rides beautifully. The suspension quality feels excellent. There's a bump right about here, and that's fine. So we're in top gear now. It's pulling up this hill, no problem at all. Holding a nice steady sort of 50 up this hill. So that's great. So far guys, very, very impressed with the GK125 by Zontes. Nicely made, great engine, looks good, lots of features, well spec'd, good brakes. You know, if you're new to biking or just want a cheap commuter really, this is a really nice bike. It's very comfortable and it just feels, it's got a really nice ride quality. Right, we'll have a little look round now. Little final look round. Right, so nice and easy into neutral. Little look at that dash again. Sounds good. Right, I'll just leave the engine running for a sec. We'll just have a look at the lights and indicators. So LEDs all round. And yeah, I can vouch for that headlight, it will be good because that's the same as on the 350 by the look of it. Excellent stuff. So to turn it off, you just hit it there, and key fob's in my pocket. To turn it off, hold that button there and it powers off the dash. And if I was to turn the steering lock that way or that way, I think it puts the steering lock on. So I won't do that because I want to push the bike around in a sec. But anyway, let's have a look round. Right, so we have upside down forks, non-adjustable but very, very good quality suspension, very plush, sure-footed, excellent ride quality there. Ridden quite a lot of the Zontes bikes with these CST block pattern tread tyres, and they are very good, very grippy, tubeless, with this nice detail here. Quite nice that you've got this disc shroud here, plastic disc shroud just to protect it. That's a nice touch. Good strong 2-piston caliper brake there by Zontes, single disc on the front. Crash bars, crash bungs are standard. That's a really nice touch. But you know guys, when you look around these Zontes bikes, you can't help but be impressed by the build quality. You know, the quality of the paint, all the plastics, everything's really nicely put together. You know, even like the brake cylinder here and the master cylinder up there, really nicely crafted bits of kit. Super comfortable seat there, very, very plush indeed. Passenger foot pegs. As I said, no storage under here unfortunately, but you could get yourself one of those little tail packs if you needed to carry some stuff. Lovely smooth clutch, very easy to use. Good brakes. I forgot to say, adjustable for span, clutch and brake lever, so that's a nice touch. But again, you know, all really nice quality. You know, all the chain adjusters are really nice, all the fit and finish is excellent. Very smooth shifting gearbox. Lots of nice features like an electronic fuel cap release, electronic seat release. So really good. Right, let's see what it's like to push around, push off the side stand. So yeah, quite easy off the side stand, around about 140 kilos wet weight. and very, very easy to push around if you had to maneuver this around. So that's excellent, very easy. There you go, guys. Zontes Gk 125 just come out, very, very nice to ride, well priced, mega cool looking. Yep, I would have one of those if I was 17 again. Very, very nice looking bike, goes well, looks very cool as well, and it's got a nice sort of substance to it. It's not small, it's got a low seat height, but it's got a good sort of feel to it, and it looks great to ride. So please post your comments down below, let me know what you think about this, the Zontes brand and this bike in particular, and I will catch you again in a week or two for another review. Don't forget to give me a like, share and subscribe to my channel, and see you all in a week or so. Bye for now.